All right, intrepid adventurers, we are here with part two of our collector booster box preview for Zendikar Rising. Join us tomorrow as we have collector booster boxes, the commander decks, draft booster boxes, and pre-release packs still available for Zendikar Rising. It's going to be an exciting, awesome day so far. We've already opened 6 booster packs and one of our expeditions. We cracked a polluted delta as that expedition. Pretty cool. And we opened some phenomenal cards in the other video. You're going to have to go and check that video out to see what we got. We're going to follow the same format here where we open the 6 packs and then at the end we'll open the expedition. So we're going to set that off to the side here and let's get to cracking some packs. This one's being stubborn. I bet this whole pack is Zendikar foil expeditions. Nope. Never mind. There's a token. Alright, here we go. Chilling Trap. Smite the Monstrous. Might of Marasa. Jonas Silencer. Got ourselves a Lizard. Relic Amulet. Thundering Rebuke. Full Art Plains. Very pretty. Toujours Paragon. Extended Art. Swarm Shambler. Foil Rare. Now we've got to start getting a couple of the alternate art. Just commons is what I've been seeing most of the time. Oh, cool. Mirag Fury of Akum. So this is, it's so hard to recognize the cards with the alternate art. This is that Minotaur that gives you added combats when you have landfall. So he has an alternate art. He's one of the few rares that has an alternate art like this. This card is insane. I am very excited to watch this card go nuts. It is gonna, this card is top tier for commander damage or just combat damage style commander play. And that is one of my favorite ways to play commander, is just to crush people with damage. Because I like avoiding infinite combo when possible. So this card is, like I said, top tier for that kind of style of play. Oh, cool. Pretty. Skyclave Pickaxe. Foil. Very nice. Oh, and then an upside down Scoot Swarm. I mean, in fairness, it is an insect. You know, you would assume that it would be. It could be upside down. It's kind of cool. Kind of pretty. And then we have a foil Drake. A foil copy token. Cool. All right. Pack number 2. Core Celebrant. It's Hunger. It's Brute. Cunning Geyser Mage. It's hard to read upside down. I like this card. It looks fun. It's a 3-mana beast in Simic colors that produces either color mana. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you gain 2 life. I don't know how it'll be interesting. I don't know how many kick spells there are that are so good like you can play them in Commander. Certainly, they have tried to put enough kick spells into the set that it will be a style of play in Standard. So that'll be really interesting. All right, we're back to the foil plains. Okay, we've got an extended border Null Priest of Oblivion. Really pretty there. We've got a cleric here. If it was kicked, oh, for graveyard to the battlefield. That's pretty good. Jeez. For 4 mana, you get this and you get... Huh, that's wild. That's very good. Ooh, I don't even know what this card is, but it has quite a casting cost. It's foil and it's mythic, so let's figure it out. Turn Timber Symbiosis, a 7-mana sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If it has convert mana cost 3 or less, it enters with 3 additional counters. So if it's small, it gets bigger. And then you put the rest of the rest of those cards on the bottom of your library in a random order. The cool part is that it does have that flip ability. It also is, if you need it to be, a land, and you can pay life to have it come into play untapped. So that's really, really neat. Spells like this are interesting because they make the bounce lands better. You know, I just built a deck in the last month for Yharok, and I'm using Amulet of Vigor in there, and it has all 3 bounce lands for Sultai colors. And that's because it can abuse Amulet of Vigor and get those lands to untap a bunch of times. But with stuff like this, it's really neat because then you could play this as the land if you need it, and then those bounce lands could lift this card back to your hand later, and now that it's later game, bam, you just cast it for the spell, and you keep advancing your game state. That's really cool, or your board state. So we got a couple alternate arts here. I'm really hoping I pull a foil Rune Crab, because I absolutely would love to have that for Commander. Oh, cool. Hey, look at that. A Lotus Cobra. He looks like Jafar from Aladdin. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. It just looked really impressive. It's a fearless fledgling. He looks fierce. Foil extended border Shatter Skull Charger. I think this card could legitimately show up in red aggro. Very, very neat card because you can cast it a couple times for its non-kicker cost. It kind of acts like a Viashino Sandstalker, I think is the name of it. It was a popular card in Visions, you know, like 30,000 years ago. Then once you have enough mana, you can just kick it and it stays out on the battlefield permanently. And then we've got a Cat Beast and a copy. Pack number 3. Trying to avoid that's kind of avoiding the light. I have this like overhead light that's close enough that it's, you know, obviously illuminating everything, but it's also causing the foil to Seagate Banneret. There's the normal Fearless Fledgling. Look at how fearless that card is. Look at how fierce he is. Yeah. Foil, Island, Glasspool Mimic, extended border. So this is one of the can be lands. We got the foil rare slot, an Oran Reef Ooze. Oozes typically are not good. Let's see if this one is any better. There's a battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Okay. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on each attacking creature already with a 1/1 counter on it. So this could go well in the Obun Commander deck that we opened earlier. So there you go. You could play Obun and you could use an Oran Reef Ooze. Wapow. A McKindy Ox. Kazandu. Nectarpod. Oh, Full Art and Needle Verge Pathway. So we've got, I think we've seen one of those in the... Yeah, we saw a foil one earlier. We saw a foil normal. A Kum Hellhound. Ooh, pretty. Enigmatic Channeler. 2 mana, 1/3 wizard. As long as there are 4 more instant or sorcery cards in your graveyard, it gets +3/+1. So you know, in a Spell Slinger deck, it's going to be a 4/4 for 2 mana. And then you can tap it to discard a card, exile the top 2 cards of your library, and then choose one of them. And you can play that card that you choose that turn. And it says play, not cast, so you could choose lands. But you do have to discard a card to do it. So could go really well in some commander decks that have Madness. So you can play cards that, You discard. It's the right colors. All right, pack number 4. Utility knife. Vine gecko. Ooh, there we go. Foil rune crab. Look out, everybody. Drew's building a foil rune crab commander deck. Oh, this is my favorite planes that I've seen so far. I just like it because planes have this problem where the art looks washed out because planes artists tend to focus on, you know, wheat and yellowish colors, amber colors, and sunlight. And so the whole card is just bright. And so that this card has a little bit of variance and contrast in it. Makes the art look pretty cool. I like that. Inscription of Abundance. Zendikar has a line or like a series of inscription cards, one for each color. Hey, look at that. That is a nice card to pull. Leyline Tyrant. There we go. You don't lose unspent red mana as steps and phases end. It's here. It's a 4-mana dragon, 4/4. When he dies, you may pay any amount of red mana, which has been building up, and when you do, it deals damage to any target. So this card will get to a point that your opponent just can't kill it, or they die. In like something like standard, but even not in standard, once you're not in standard, the ability to produce red mana is going to go up considerably because of the shenanigans you can pull in Commander. So, a very fun card. Skyclave Squid. Another Fearless Fledgling. Kazandu Mammoth. Okay. Foil Spitfire. Wow. Ooh, guys. This is cool. Lithoform Engine. A foil borderless Lithoform Engine. This is a great card to pull. Because this card is going to be useful forever. We have copy target, activate or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. You can tap it in some mana and copy target instant or sorcery you control. You can choose new copies for the spell. Or you can pay a little bit more mana, 4 mana, and you can copy target permanent spell you control. So it copies everything. It copies abilities. It copies instants and sorceries. It copies permanent spells. You can't just produce lands, I guess. But so yeah, that's pretty wild. Now keep in mind, it does say copies permanent spell, so the spell has to be being cast. But that's awesome. I'm not sure if it's as awesome as a foil 2/2 Flying Drake / insect, but it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Here we go. We've got a Zulaport Duelist, a rogue, a Mind Drain, Scale the Heights, Cleric of Chill Depths, Expedition Champion, Cleric of Life's Bond. This card is a total inclusion in Commander Cleric decks. Pretty forest. We haven't opened a lot of forests, I don't think. A Wayward Guide Beast. Oh, fun. Pretty. So there we go. We've got another legendary creature. Kaza Royal Chaser. 2-mana wizard with flying and haste. The next instant or sorcery you cast costs less, X less, where X is the number of wizards you control as the ability resolves. So there you go. It's like a wizard spell singer, cast big spells, but you've got wizards. Wizard decks are good. I love building. I've built wizard decks before. They're really good. Okay, so we've got our alternate arts. Woohoo! Look at this guy. Omnath, Locus of Creation. I think this is the alternate art version, too. Look at him. Draw a card. I'm trying to get him focused. But that darn light. Well, here. All right. I'll spin him around. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 4 life. If it's the first time, the ability is resolved this turn. If it's the second time, you get to add 4 mana, one of each color that he casts. And he's everything but black. So that's pretty cool. If it's the third time, he deals 4 damage to each opponent and each planeswalker you control. So there is no fourth time. But that's cool. Oh, guys! You're done for now. That's the foil rune crab. If ever I've seen a foil rune crab, this is a foil rune crab. And here we go. Verazal, the Split Current. Very cool. So this is a serpent, a Simic casting cost with an X. And there's a battlefield with 1/1 counter on it for each mana spent to cast it. So it'll get bigger and bigger. Whenever you cast a kick spell, you may remove 2 1/1 counters. If you do, copy the spell, and you can... Jeez. Well, that'll be wild. Very cool. So I gotta say, level of enjoyment opening a collector booster box, very high. This is wild. All right, last pack. Last pack. And then the Zendikar Expedition. All right. I really like this art. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's anything impressive. I just really like the art. I don't know. It is impressive. Like, I shouldn't even say that. It's very impressive. Most of Magic's art is very impressive. Well, the art I draw, that's the not very impressive art. Okay, so here we've got a... See, it's listening to me now. It's giving me more forests. Oh, cool. Okay. So we got Yasharn, Implacable Earth. This is a elemental boar. Search your library for a basic forest and a basic plains. Reveal them, put them in your hand. So you don't get to play them immediately. They just go in your hand. And then players can't pay life or sacrifice non-permanents, cast spells, or activate abilities. I am going to enjoy putting cards like Yasharn into a Gadok Teague deck because I love playing Magic that says other people can't play cheesy Magic. And getting lands and creatures is great. Oh, all right, cool. We're just going to keep rolling with the good times here. We've got another foil Nissa of Shadowed Bows. Spoiler alert, we opened one of these earlier. We just opened the alternate art. So that's pretty awesome. Skyclave Geopede, Skyclave Pickaxe, Clearwater Pathway. So here we've got one of those dual lands. Got blue, what is that? Blue-black. Yep. Territorial Scytheclaw. And a Shadow's Verdict. I don't even know what a Shadow's Verdict is. Okay, 5 mana. Exile all creatures and planeswalkers, convert mana cost 3 or less from the battlefield, and all creature and planeswalker cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from all graveyards. Okay, so it only hits small stuff, but it hits out of graveyards and battlefield. So if you could intentionally build a deck that runs big stuff, converted mana cost 4 or more, and this wouldn't even hit you. So that's very interesting. Very cool. All right. That leaves us with Zendikar Expedition. All right. Okay, so here, let's get these out of the way. Okay, and we've got, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, all right. A Verdant Catacombs. Pay. Oh, sorry. Here. So this is one of the. This is a fetch land. It's one of the enemy fetch lands out of original Zendikar. Actually pulled one of these earlier too when we were opening a different box, but Verdant Catacombs. So this experience has been wild. We've got that. I'm not going to have time to go through it all because I want to keep the video to 20 minutes and just pass over the 20-minute mark. But in short, that was a wild and very fun experience. Multiple expedition lands, foil mythics, foil alternate art cards, foil basic land cards, foil rune crabs. I mean, once you include foil rune crabs, guys, does it get better than that? I would say the answer is no. So I will see you all tomorrow for a wonderful Zendikar Rising opening. We are open at 2 p.m. and we will have collector booster packs, collector boxes, pre-release packs, Zendikar booster packs, Zendikar booster boxes, pre-release packs, and commander decks. I think I said pre-release packs twice, but we'll have them twice, I suppose. All right, catch you later.